We just love our theme music. Gets us going in the morning. Hopefully you will stick around so we can get you going in the morning as well. Mornings with Luann and Tim on TV. Thank you so much. Huge shout out to KC Securities who are sponsoring the show for us this month. We certainly appreciate it, guys. They are the best. If you need anything security-wise, call them. Seriously.
Yeah. Or if you just want to hang out, they're so nice.
Yeah, they're all
just
right.
sit in the car and talk while you're in the building. Is it secure? Hey, it's sunny.
It is.
It's gorgeous.
Yes.
I'm going away.
You are.
I won't be here tomorrow. Ha 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 ha. Well, my interviews will be here.
I don't want to play.
I pre-recorded interviews, so you'll still feel like I'm kind of here.
Yes.
But Alex Parr is going to fill in for me.
He's so cute. Seriously.
He's not as cute as I am.
No, he's not as cute as Tim, right?
But he's, he's a lot of fun. So have fun with Alex in my absence. Don't have too much fun.
But you know what? You'll be back Monday.
Oh, absolutely.
And you're going on a fun trip.
I'm going to perform at the Sudbury Theatre Centre. They're having a gala fundraiser, and I did a number of shows there. And my old friend John McHenry is now the artistic director, and he invited me back to do a performance to help raise money for the Theatre Centre in Sudbury. So off I go.
It's kind of like he knows what he's doing.
To Costco.
Then to Costco, getting me some coffee.
Getting me some coffee and all kinds of fun stuff. Yep.
Hey, Ashton Kutcher.
What? He's testifying at a murder trial in Canada?
Well, apparently in 2001, a girl that now they're calling her a friend. There were rumors that they were dating.
It was casual.
Yeah, cash. He was going to pick her up because they were going to go to a Grammys party.
Oh, it was a Grammys party.
Yeah.
Okay.
So he gets to her door, knocks on the door, calls her, no response. He's like, what the heck's
going on? It's like 10 o'clock at night, whatever.
Yeah,
He'd just spoken to her at like 8 o'clock, and he shows up at her house.
So he goes and he looks in the window, and he thought there was some red wine that had spilt. She ended up dying of murder, stabbed 47 times.
Serial killer guy.
Yes.
He was a thrill killer. And is that Ashton right there? That is
Look at him, man, with his mustache, looking all
different.
And he was very subdued. He was very factual. He was very accommodating.
He was there because they needed to establish timeline.
Right.
That was what his purpose was. And so, that's all he could do was say, this is the time I called her when she was alive. Because what they need to do is prove that there was a very narrow window of opportunity for someone to get in there. And apparently, she came out of the shower. And he was there. Like,
yeah?
Yeah, apparently
I hadn't heard that part.
Behind her. In her bathroom. Oh, terrifying. And this is the second person he'd murdered. He's accused of murdering somebody else too, another woman, thrill kill.
And you know what? 2001. That's a long time ago now. And he's just testifying now. Why did it take this long?
In Canada?
I don't know.
It took that. But why are we here?
Is it in Canada? I didn't know that.
Or was she Canadian?
Maybe she was Canadian? Her name's Ashley Ellerin.
Anyway, I don't know. I thought there was some Canadian contact there somehow. Because it wouldn't have been in Canada because there was no Grammy party in Vancouver. I may be mistaken completely.
You're so mistaken.
Sorry.
Completely.
On this date, here we go.
Oh, good.
There's some really cool ones today.
All right.
Okay, in 1431, 19-year-old Joan of Arc was burned at the stake.
I remember that. Whoa, what a stench.
She was 19. They burned her at the stake.
Well, I didn't know she was that young.
Yeah, English-dominated tribunal because she was like against the religion.
Yeah,
thing.
and
she was a heretic.
They thought she was a witch too.
Kind of, sort of. I don't know. They just thought that she was a heretic. She was against what their religion said, and so they burnt her at the stake. Look at her.
Imagine that.
Oh, and she led the... She was amazing.
Yeah, she really was. I didn't realize it was quite that long ago.
Yeah.
Man.
I do an impersonation of Joan of Arc. That's terrible. In 1539, Hernando de Soto was a Spanish explorer who discovered Florida.
Nicknamed Herney.
Yeah, he was an immigrant. Imagine that. An immigrant came to the U.S. and discovered the land.
What?
Yes, and when he arrived, they made him take a test to see if he could speak English and know that... No, just kidding.
I was like, what?
That's what they're going to do now. Donald Trump says, you must learn to speak English if you're going to... What about the Spanish people who first came and discovered Florida for you,
Where are your heritage
Now, here's something I did not know. We go from Spanish explorer discovering Florida to 1848... Mexico ratified a treaty which gave the U.S., New Mexico, California, and parts of Nevada, Utah, Arizona, and Colorado in exchange for $15 million.
No way.
That was Mexico that gave that stuff to you for
Man, you got
sold
ripped
it
off.
for $15 million. If I were Mexico right now, I'd be like, you know what? We're going to change our treaty because you like to change treaties. Mr. Trump. We're going to change our treaty and we're taking all those states back.
If you're going to build the wall, you got to make it a bit more north, honey.
Can you imagine that they used to own all that land? Mexico did? I didn't know that.
I had no idea.
See, the things you learn on Mornings with Luann and Tim. And it turns out that, what's his name, President Trump? I have a hard time getting that out.
I say Mr. Trump.
Yeah, the Donald?
The Donald.
The Donald isn't the first person who's kind of sketchy as the President of the United States.
No, he isn't.
1806, future President Andrew Jackson. And isn't he the one that Trump loves? I think it's Andrew Jackson, that Trump is all like pro-Andrew Jackson. Anyway, Andrew Jackson killed Charles Dickinson on this date in 1806.
The author?
That's Charles Dickens.
Oh.
Charles Dickinson was the great uncle of Janice Dickinson, the model from... from The Price is Right. No, Charles Dickinson.
No, she was a victim of Bill Cosby.
Yes, she was. But she was also a model. And I think she was also on The Price is Right at one time.
Really?
I could be wrong. Anyway, Andrew Jackson killed him in a duel.
What?
In 1806. So I guess that's why you don't get charged with murder. Because...
they must both agree
Charles Dickinson accused Andrew Jackson's wife of bigamy. And so he shot him. This is how U.S. justice used to be.
Don't be dissing my mama.
And the guy becomes the president of the United States after he kills somebody in cold blood because the guy said, your wife's a bigamist. I challenge you to a duel. Slap, slap.
But a duel is
at least the guy had a chance.
Yeah. And it's an agreement.
This is how they settle
He could always just not show up. I wonder what happens.
Of their country.
What happens at a duel when some dude doesn't show up? He goes, yeah, don't want to play. Right?
By default, I don't know. Then you have to send a posse out to get him. A posse. Do you know, I think that's probably the first time in my life I ever said the word posse.
Really?
I don't know. I don't say it very often.
I say it all the time.
Do you have any news for me?
You know what, Alex Trebek? Such good news, man.
Yay.
Apparently, with pancreatic cancer,
it's bad.
There's like a 9% survival rate.
Good. It's not a good one.
Bad. He says he is near remission. Those are his words. He said he's responding so well to chemotherapy that 50% of his tumors have shrunk.
That's incredible.
Isn't that awesome? So he's the way they shoot the show, he's off for the summer months. So he said he's wearing a divot now, a wig, and he
a divot. And he's a toupee, a divot.
Yeah. But you know what? It's a good one
on that rug.
Well, but it's a nice one because
did you see a picture of him?
Yeah.
Does it look like his own hair still?
It does. Yeah, it does. He looks awesome.
Good for him.
So he's hoping that over the summer months when he's off, his hair's going to grow back
in. But he's a handsome man anyway.
Oh, he is. And isn't that wonderful news?
It is. I like to hear happy stories like that. Pancreatic cancer, that's a terribly painful.
Yeah, boy, Michael Landon passed from that.
Is that what he had?
Yeah.
I have this thing called nutcracker esophagitis, right?
Oh, he's the nutcracker.
For a while, they thought it was pancreatitis but they couldn't figure out because apparently when you have pancreatitis, your amylase, the levels of your amylase, I don't know what those are, but they get heightened, and they would say your amylase aren't high enough for this to pancreatitis.
I don't think you're sharing amylase. I think that's what your problem is.
I'm not sharing my amylase.
No, you got to share amylase.
Share what? Why? What?
I don't know.
You're making stuff. You're pulling stuff out of your coffee cup this morning.
I don't even know what an amylase is.
Go wipe the lipstick off that.
I know. I hate that look.
She hates when there's lipstick on her coffee cup.
Looks like a guidon. It does.
Guidon?
Guidon is like a whore.
Oh! Okay then.
Yeah, right? This is not pretty. That's not elegant or classy. It's like some old madam came by and
just... Old madam! Oh my gosh!
Yeah, seriously.
Well,
Guidon cup.
Last year, we had the very first annual, I'm doing a segue with no connection. Last year was the very first annual WTF festival, and this year it's With the Family, and Alana Konopik is here to tell us all about the events coming up. Stay tuned.
across the country take part in the Canadian Cancer Society's Relay for Life. So join the Relay for Life, and together, let's make a difference.
As a nation, Canada has participated in all of the major world conflicts. In the Sioux area alone, over 10,000 men and women have enlisted in the Canadian Armed Forces. The Veterans Commemorative Monument aims to cement the legacy of the Canadian Armed Forces in stone. It will highlight the bravery, strength, courage, and sacrifice of our servicemen and women. In times of need, they volunteered to serve us. Now it is our time to thank and recognize their sacrifice. You can help honor our men and women of service by donating today. To help construct this special, one-of-a-kind monument, visit thosewhoserve.ca to find out how to donate and more.
Has it really been a year?
It's been a year.
That time has flown by.
Tell me about it.
Because I was involved in the WTF festival last year. Can I tell you how much fun that was putting that together?
It was riot.
Alana Konopik, ladies and gentlemen, from we call you from Tourism Sault Ste. Marie, yep. From the Economic Development Corporation, and from the WTF festival with the family. Is that right this year?
With the family.
With the family.
Yeah.
That's what I love when you first came up with the concept, and you and the staff.
Yep.
Came up with the concept of WTF, and people were like, what do you mean? But the whole concept was that you can change the letters every year, right, to go with the festival.
Yeah, we took some heat on that.
You know what, when you're pushing an envelope and you want to be edgy and get people's attention.
That's exactly it. Somebody said online the other day, I laugh every time I see that. I said, mission accomplished.
Mission accomplished, right? Because it can mean anything you want it to mean.
That's right.
And I really hope that you go with the one time you mentioned to me once, what the funk.
And do a funk festival.
And do a funk, just blues and jazz and funky. Play that funky. I would love that.
Yeah, we talked about with the food. Where's the food?
Where's the food? See, every year it can change. And this year it's all about family entertainment.
It is. And there's always going to be an underlying theme of comedy. Because
absolutely. That's the
everybody needs to laugh.
Laughter's the best medicine.
Everybody needs to laugh. So we're always going to have the underlying thing in comedy. We want to try and keep a Canadian element, so those pieces will always stay.
Canadian and comedy.
Yeah, and then we will branch
it out.
Yeah.
Okay.
So this year it's with the family, so we focused on clean comedy, so all of our shows, you can bring, you may want to bring your little ones, but I would say anywhere from 10 up. The language will be clean. And yeah, so we put it together an entertainment festival so that people can come out, get out, and have a couple laughs.
Now, it all starts on Thursday, June the
6th.
Okay.
June the 6th. So Thursday night we kick it off.
There's at the casino?
Yeah, so the casino, this would be the only one that's probably not for kids.
Posters up right now.
Perfect.
Okay.
We're working with Gateway Casino again to host the Joker's Poker Tournament.
Okay.
So the idea is we're going to have comedians at each table, and then you can buy in.
Last year that sold out, boom, so quickly.
Yeah, and I'm really hoping we get a sellout again this year.
So if people want to register for this, who do they contact?
They call Gateway Casinos.
Go right to the casino and reserve your spot at the table with the celebrities.
Yes.
With the comedians.
You can go online to our website and it'll give you the phone number.
Okay.
And it'll show you how to register.
And so who's going to be there this year? David Mary's coming back.
David Mary's coming back.
This guy he's a combination comedian, magician, funny as heck. Funny as heck. And a magician too.
Great. Yeah, and a really slick magician.
And a great poker player.
Yeah, he's a professional poker player.
Who else is playing this year?
So we have Martha Chavez that's coming up to...
She's a comedian?
She is.
Is she going to play poker too?
She's playing poker. It's
going to be a hoot.
And then we have the two men from the troupe Men in Tights.
This is a comedy duo that performs comedy versions of Shakespearean, like a comic version of Shakespeare.
And an improv version. So the audience can participate, and then they just wing it, and they basically condense a whole Shakespeare play down to about 15 minutes.
Incredible. So the poker night is so much fun because you're actually getting to sit and mingle and socialize with these people, and they're on. They're not just playing poker, they're performing for you too.
They're performing, and it's a good time.
And then they do there is going to be a real on-stage performance by David Mary, is that right, at the casino?
There's a handful of them that are going to do a show afterwards.
Oh, they're going to do a show after?
Yeah, they're going to do a show after.
On stage at the casino.
At the casino.
After the poker game.
After the poker game, correct. And then the same...
And anybody, you don't have to just, don't have to just register to play. You can, which is the most fun.
Right.
But you can just go. to the casino.
You can go
and hang out and watch the poker and watch the show.
Yep, absolutely. We encourage anybody to go down and check out.
So that's Thursday night. That's Thursday the launch.
Yeah, we also have Ryan McFarlane playing Thursday night, doing his imposter show at Water Tower Inn.
He's doing it as part of the festival.
He's doing it as part of the festival.
Local.
We really local. We wanted to include. You can't have a talent like Ryan McFarlane in town and not have him included in this festival. So. Yes, he did. He helped us on the train last year doing really close-up magic. Well, he was going to and he didn't make it.
Oh, he couldn't even. Yeah. But he's doing close-up magic also.
That's right.
On the Saturday. We'll talk about that in a minute.
Yes.
Okay, so Friday, so that's Thursday. You got choices. You can go to the casino.
You can go to the casino.
Or you can go check out Ryan's show at the Water Tower Inn.
Correct.
Friday night. This is going to be so much fun.
WTF night of hilarity and awe.
So starting on Friday, everything you're going to hear about is at the machine shop, right? So after we do the casino launch, then we move to the machine shop, and that's where every event is. You centralized it, easy peasy.
Yep, easy peasy. So Friday night, WTF night of hilarity and awe.
Hilarity and awe.
Because you're going to laugh and you're going to go, oh.
Okay, who's on the bill?
Okay, so we have Men in Tights.
Yes.
They're doing their Shakespearean.
You're actually going to get to see them do, rather than just playing poker, you're going to get to see them actually do what they do.
Exactly, and we're then we got David Mary doing his magic show.
And you guys, this is all really audience interactive.
It is.
These acts are really inclusive.
And David Mary's coming back because he was such a hit last year. Everybody loved him, and he reached out to us and said, "Hey, I'd love to be back."
He asked to come back.
He had a great time too. So
see, Saint Marie, people love you as an audience.
Exactly. And then we have Martha Chavez.
Okay, so this woman, comedian, LGBTQ, is she Spanish or no? What? She's from, anyway, she says part of her shtick is that she's a woman, LGBTQ woman of color in Canada, which is really
and a comedian.
And a comedian.
Yeah.
She's very hysterically funny.
And the whole show is being hosted by one of the funniest duos you'll ever see. Naomi Sneakus and Matt Barham.
Barham and Sneakus?
Barham and Sneakus. They're a couple.
There they are. There's a picture of them right there.
Yeah.
They are sketch comedy.
They are.
Improv artists, Second City alumni.
Yep, and both Canadian Comedy Award winners.
They both won the award in the past.
For Best Improvisers.
Best Improvisers.
And they're a couple, so it's perfect because they're going to host together, interact off of each other.
Family!
Yeah, and they're just a downright riot. You might recognize Naomi from the TV show Mr. G.
Mr. G.
She's Bobby on the show.
Yes.
And she's hysterical. So it's worth coming just to see them alone, let alone the cast.
See, now this is the thing. Also, you've incorporated into the whole show the awards, the Canadian Comedy Awards.
Yeah.
The new home from the Canadian Comedy Awards as of last year is Sault Ste. Marie, Ontario.
Yeah, so we have, we're handing out 2 awards, the Dave Bravitt Award and the Roger Abbott Award.
Okay.
And
can we say who those award winners are going to be yet? Can we announce? We can announce one, right?
We'll announce one. So
okay, let's tell because one of them is not only an award winner, he's going to headline.
He's headlining. So the headliner this year is Sean Cullen.
Sean freaking Cullen. If you have ever turned on the TV and watched Just for Laughs.
Just for Laughs. The Match Game.
The Match Game.
He's on the Match Game.
You guys, the Sean Cullen is everywhere. He's a famous Canadian comedian. If you don't know who he is, I don't know what you're watching.
Yeah, no, he's one of the nicest guys you'll ever meet.
Yeah.
He is super thrilled to be coming up and doing this festival
and
with
win
us.
the award.
And he's winning the award this year.
So what the concept is that the show goes on, an award is given out, and then when we get to the final, the big act, it's Sean. So it's all up to him. Who else is on stage that night? Did we say them all?
I think we got them all. So Men in Tights, we have Naomi Sneakus and Matt Barham. Yeah. We have Sean Cullen. We have Martha Chavez.
And is David Mary up there too?
And David Mary.
Okay, excellent. So that's Friday night. Okay, boy, oh boy. Now, that's
Saturday's where it gets really interactive.
This is okay. Pay attention. Go.
Pay attention. So Saturday afternoon, we're doing workshops. We have 4 workshops that we're offering for the community to come out and learn from these performers. So we have David Mary doing a magic trips with household items workshop. So he's going to show you, I don't know, he's going to use a broom or something. I don't know what he's going to do, but he's going to show you how to do a magic trick.
Household items, you're going to learn how to do magic tricks using household items.
Yeah, and then we have Ryan McFarlane.
Ryan's going to teach?
He's going to teach an illusion workshop. So if you've ever wondered how to do a basic illusion, Ryan's going to teach you that.
That is such a great idea. And the other thing I remember is that when these guys do their magic, they're funny too.
Oh, they're funny.
So you're not just going to learn these tricks, you're going to laugh your behind off.
They're hilarious. And then we have Men in Tights teaching an improv workshop.
Are they going to be there that afternoon too? All 3 things?
Yep. And then we've got one more. Sean Cullen's coming.
No way. What?
And he's an author as well. He's written so many different children's books. He's going to do a book reading, and then we're going to give away some books, and he's going to sign them.
Okay, now fasten your seatbelts. Here's how much this all costs.
$5.
$5? Are you crazy, Sault Ste. Marie? Do they have to pre-register?
Pre-register. Go online, WTFfestival.ca. Register.
And you go down to the machine shop, and you have for $5 you get those workshops with those 4. Alana, that's stupid crazy.
That is our gift to Sault Ste. Marie.
What happens Saturday night?
Saturday night we're doing Grease.
What do you mean we're doing Grease?
We're doing Grease. So there's a company called Sing Along Productions, and we purchased the rights to show Grease. You can dance, you can sing. Sean Cullen's
Summer Lovin'. Sean is he going to MC the whole thing?
He's going to MC the whole thing.
Sean Cullen's going to MC Grease Sing Along.
One more workshop. We have a...
When?
The night of Grease. We have the hour before if you want to come and learn the Grease moves. We have a dance instructor coming.
Who's going to teach? Do you know
Caitlin Bernesi.
I love Caitlin. Caitlin Bernesi is this young lady, you guys. She is amazingly talented. I've worked with her, the whole family. Anyway, Caitlin Bernesi is going to do choreography from the hand jive, probably.
Yeah.
Is it the hand jive? I bet you it is. It's the hand jive. And you're handing out goodie bags with costume bits?
Yep. And everybody that comes in gets one.
Who doesn't love to sing along? Alana, this is a great festival.
It's going to be so much fun.
Are you resting on Sunday? No, we're not. There's nothing on Sunday.
No, we're resting on Sunday.
Thank goodness. Okay. For more information, what's the website?
WTFfestival.ca.
Yeah. Okay. Or they can get
you can come down. Our office is 99 Foster Drive.
You know where they are, City Hall.
Yep. Come on down, ground floor.
Oh, I can't wait.
Yeah.
Oh, congratulations on putting together an amazing lineup. I wish you all the best.
Thank you.
And Sault Ste. Marie, take advantage of this amazing festival, June 6th through 8th. We'll be right back with Luann after this.
Hey Mel, did you know in Queensgate, Australia, it's illegal to own a pet rabbit unless you can prove you're a magician?
Really? Did you know that if you're at the McMeekin Arena, you're only 9 minutes and 54 seconds away from Maitland Fort Lincoln?
It's closer than you think.
They're coming to get you, Barbara.
Listen to them. Children of the night. Alive! It's alive!
Welcome to the Machine Shop, our historic venue and gathering place for friends and family. Built in 1899 on the site of a Northwest Company trading post. Today we are a go-to venue hosting many expos, concerts, weddings, and more. While you're here, choose one of our dining experiences. Enjoy a quiet dinner at the Mill Steakhouse and Wine Bar, watch a game in Trywood Fire Oven Pizza and local draft at the Boiler Room, or treat yourself every day to gelato and local coffee at the Gelato Mill. For more information on the Machine Shop, visit machineshopinc.ca.
That festival sounds like come on.
Man, there's some big names there.
A lot of laughter.
Right.
And I love that it's for the family this year. That's really cool.
Very, very nice.
Nice work.
You know Harry Met Sally, that famous scene of her pretending to have an orgasm in the restaurant?
And the old lady says, I'll have what she's having.
Yeah, exactly.
Yes.
That was 30 years ago.
No way.
Yeah.
I was such a child.
You still are. So Harry Met Sally is 30 years old. So what the deli where that scene was shot is doing, they're going to have a best fake O contest. Isn't that awesome?
Can guys enter too?
Well, sure. Absolutely. Wouldn't that be hilarious? You can't really do it though, Tim.
No, it
has to be a fake one.
So wait a second. Well, you're going to go in there and you're going to sit at a table and pretend
you join up and you say
you join up.
You join up. You got to sign up and register.
Sign up, okay.
So and then
what can you win?
And everybody gets a turn. I don't know what the prizes are. I don't know.
Okay, I
could do that.
Can you fake it?
Sure.
Oh wait, I shouldn't.
I don't know.
I could make a joke, but I'm just
don't even.
Because I would get sued for slander.
Don't even.
Or libel. Which one is it when you talk live on, when you say it? That's libel.
Libel is live.
Libelous.
Libelous. Could you do that?
What?
Could you fake it?
Okay, so there's a joke that I could do, but I can't do it on TV.
No, you can't.
I can't do it. But yeah.
But guys, like seriously, it takes you what? 30 seconds? Okay, you're done. They could have 50 guys sign up and it'll be like half an hour. Contest long, that's it. Right?
Yeah, and then you get a certain woman and you're sitting there for 2 hours going, could you hurry up already? You can't even fake it fast. Hey, okay, smarten up. You gotta get serious because you're doing the news next.
Right.
Wait. We'll be back with the news after this.
We got lots of great local stories, so stick around.
Oh, lots
news coming up right after this.
At 4:45, discover all kinds of treasures and never pay more than $5. Inventory is restocked every Saturday, and you can find anything from electronics to household items, toys, and much, much more. On Saturday, everything is $5 and the price goes down throughout the week, ending with 25 cents on Friday. We restock weekly with new items from various big box stores, so you never know what treasures you can find. Come visit us at 4:45, 2510 Ashman Street in Sault Ste. Marie, Michigan.
Have a great business idea but don't know where to start? Need help taking your business to the next level? C2C Business Services can be your guide in navigating the path of entrepreneurship, with services ranging from grant funding support, access to service experts, market information, and helping your business adopt new technologies to create and foster a culture of innovation for ongoing success. Call C2C Business Services and let them be your first step in taking your entrepreneurial dreams from concept to commerce. C2C Business Services is a division of the Sault Ste. Marie Innovation Center.
When you support the Restore, it helps Habitat for Humanity build affordable housing for families. How does this work? New and gently used goods are donated to the Restore. The sale of these goods generate funds for building homes. For every $1 spent at the Restore, there is a $4 return on investment within our community. For example, Habitat homeowners have better educational outlook, increased employment stability, improved health, and reduction in the use of social services. Every donation and every dollar we receive through the Restore helps build sustainable housing for future homeowners. Everyone needs a foundation to build a future. To find out more and how you can help, drop by the Restore at 32 White Oak Drive or go to habitatsioux.ca.
There was a large police presence yesterday at Gore and Albert Streets. Police closed the area to vehicle and pedestrian traffic. While police officers wouldn't comment further, they did indicate that people should avoid the area. We'll fill you in on details when they become available. Dr. Roberta Bondar, who of course is a Sioux native and the first woman in space, was at the Bush Plane Center last evening as part of their 30th anniversary celebration. She had a meet and greet followed by a multimedia presentation, and it was called Stars and Flights. She talked about the importance of flight in space.
Yes, I mean, one of my slides shows a picture of the Earth with a thermometer in it, and we know that human beings, if you look at some of the correlations between the carbon in the atmosphere and the temperatures and everything, then it's reasonable to assume that we are contributing to a change in the climate. And even if one could argue badly that we weren't part of that, if there is a small thing we should do that might help, then we should do it ethically and morally.
Also at the Bush Plane last evening was the 155 Borden Grade GC Squadron's Change of Command Parade, where Captain Ken Floyd, CD, assumed command from Captain James Brown, who's been the commanding officer for the past 4 years.
Today we have the change command of the 155 Borden Gray GC Air Cadet Squadron, and that is with Captain James Brown, who has been serving as the commanding officer for 4 years. He is transferring command to the incoming Captain Ken Floyd, who will assume the command once the paperwork is completed, and normally that's for a 3-year duration.
The new NAFTA and the deal to lift steel tariffs remained a hot topic of discussion and question period amid House of Commons debates to ratify the new deal.
The greatest threat to Canada's trading relationship with the United States is the weakness of this Prime Minister. Any old deal would have been better than the deal that he came home with. Concession after concession after concession on dairy, on autos, on pharmaceuticals. And now, in order to get steel tariffs lifted, Mr. Speaker, he had to give away the only piece of leverage that Canada had.
Stephen Harper told everyone, no matter what, just abdicate to the United States. And that's exactly what the Conservatives were recommending we did. We stood strong alongside all Canadians, and we got a good deal for Canadians the way they expected it. But don't take any lessons from the Conservatives on trade. They couldn't get CETA done. They couldn't get the TPP.
U.S. Democratic National Committee Chairperson Tom Perez says Democrats need to see the entire Mueller report, not just the redacted version. He said Congress has a constitutional duty to conduct oversight, including completing thorough investigations.
Well, I think it was what hasn't been done, which is more important, which is we need to see the whole report. He said more than once the report speaks for itself. Well, we haven't seen the whole report, so we don't know exactly what it speaks for. And again, reiterating that if he had found evidence that the president hadn't obstructed justice, he would have said so, but they didn't find it. And that's why we have a constitutional obligation to continue our oversight. And I'm confident under Speaker Pelosi's leadership, Democrats will do just that.
At Mortgage Architects, we offer the Manulife One, which is an all-in-one line of credit, bank account, and mortgage. Pay down your debt as fast as you want and save thousands in interest while maintaining instant access to the equity in your home. To learn more, visit retiremymortgage.ca or contact Pam Jerling at 705-542-4399.
With over 45 years of experience, All Ontario Well Drilling offers hydrofracking and all well drilling services. Call 705-575-8088 or 705-257-9495.
And there's some repercussions with regards to the states that have become embroiled in the abortion laws and have passed them, and they're very, very, very strict. So people are reacting. And Disney's CEO says that chances are they will not film in Georgia anymore because of the law with regards to their take on abortion. And they filmed Black Panther and Avengers Endgame in Georgia. So,
and Ron Howard has said no, and so Georgia, I think, or maybe he's Alabama.
Well, there's several now.
What's the one? Is it Missouri that's just closing the only abortion clinic in the state? And Planned Parenthood. They're forcing it to close.
You know what? It's just going to force people into
other
dungeons.
Or other states where it's still legal.
Yeah.
Honestly, I don't know what's going on.
Feels like it's a step backwards. And I was just saying on the news that Trudeau is meeting with Vice President Pence today, and he wants to talk to him about the abortion issue.
Well, Pence isn't going to listen.
No.
It's just going to go. Oh, and the whole Mueller thing. Now that's.
Yeah.
Can you I can't even believe that Mueller gets on TV and says, if he were innocent, I would have said so. And then Donald Trump goes, he said I was innocent.
Yeah. But he also said, I couldn't say whether I couldn't bring charges against the President of the United States because my hands were tied.
Not allowed to. Couldn't have anyway.
So
not
there's
my job.
Sarah Huckabee there. What's her name? Yes, but it's because we really have an awesome president, and we consider the matter closed now.
Well, I can't wait until he's just in jail. Do you remember the character Chris Kattan, the actor Chris Kattan, Saturday Night Live? Kind of biggest years. He played. There he is, right there. That's his picture. Do you recognize him? Remember him?
I do. Yes.
Okay, so he's got quite the interesting relationship now with Saturday Night Live. First of all, he's accused them of being responsible for his broken neck. Apparently, he broke his neck. He says he broke his neck during an SNL sketch and didn't know that he'd done it until years later. Because you can do that. You can fracture something in your neck and
what?
Yeah, it's apparently you can have a broken bone in your neck and not really know that it's broken until after you get
really?
an MRI or something and go, oh, hey, there's a broke there. Yeah, it doesn't necessarily always kill you.
Oh, no, I didn't think it would kill you, but when you break your leg, you feel the pain.
Yeah, well, I guess he broke something in his neck, and he says it was during an SNL sketch, and they're like, prove it.
Right.
Anyway, he's written a memoir, and now he accuses Lorne Michaels,
who's like the head of Saturday Night Live.
Lorne Michaels is Canadian.
Oh. And way up.
Second City as well, anyway, SNL. So, Lorne was the producer of the Canadian show Second City.
Yes.
Anyway, he says Lorne Michaels pressured him into having sex with a director named Amy Heckerling. Amy directed the movie Clueless.
Okay.
And Chris Kattan wanted to get his film, A Night at the Roxy, bad movie. He wanted to get it made, and Amy was scheduled to direct it. And so Lorne Michaels said, I'm not saying you have to F her, but it wouldn't hurt. Now, Amy apparently went after him a little bit, and she was 43, he was 27. He said that she wanted to have sex on Lorne Michaels' desk. He said no. So they went to her office and did it on the casting couch.
So he did it.
He says that he did, and it was kind of consensual, but at the same time he did feel pressured that he should do this so that she would direct the show, and she didn't end up even directing the show. So that was a wasted 30 seconds.
30 seconds, yeah.
And so anyway, she did produce the show, but now all parties other than Chris Kattan saying lies.
Interesting.
All saying never happened, never happened, never said it, never happened. So
that damn casting
I don't think that Chris Kattan guy is really very reliable.
Yeah, I don't know. And when people aren't doing enough to earn a living, they write a book, right?
When's your memoir coming out? So listen, we're going to be right back with the next interview, and then...
My pamphlet, you mean. Done.
We'll be back after this brief commercial message.
Deep price cuts aren't deep enough. Neo's Furniture Fashions brings you
massive May markdowns.
To clear our floors and save you more, Neo's takes markdowns that aren't just big. They're massive. From living rooms to dining rooms, from bedrooms to mattresses, these are some of the biggest discounts we've ever offered at Neo's. Even if you weren't thinking of buying new furniture at all, this is one sale you can't afford to miss. These are some of the biggest furniture deals you'll ever see at Neo's, and they're all here now during our
massive May markdowns.
Only at Neo's Furniture Fashions. Where else?
With 3 brands to choose from Kawasaki, Suzuki, and CF Moto, visit one of our 4 showrooms today and speak with our knowledgeable, friendly, and enthusiastic staff who will be happy to help you with all of your motorsports needs.
Enjoy life, enjoy the ride. Bud Robinson Motorsports.
At 55 Church Street in this amazing center. I didn't even know this was here, Helen Scott. This is Helen Scott. How are you, Helen?
I'm great, thanks, Tim.
Well, thanks for joining us on TV on Mornings with Luann and Tim. Beautiful day here, beautiful location. You're on the waterfront.
Absolutely gorgeous view of the river.
This is attached to, I mean, most people would say attached to the Bush Plane Museum, but the address is 55 Church Street, so you're coming at it from the other side, right?
Yeah, we're back of the Bush Plane.
The back of the Bush Plane. And I had no idea until I was reading an article, I think it was on Sioux Online actually, about Maker North. How long has Maker North been around?
We have been in existence as a company for almost 3 years. We've been in this space as a maker space since June 2nd.
Okay, and the driving forces behind this venture, there were 3 of you founders. Helen Scott, you are sort of the business manager end of the thing, right?
Yep. Myself, Joseph Bertrand.
He's in the background talking right now. Joseph's a little busy right now, but he's around. This is, would you say this is sort of his baby?
Absolutely, this is his vision.
And then Mike, what's Mike's last name?
Mike Saketa.
And he's more your IT guy?
He is. He's the tech guru. He's the guy that can make the 3D printers sing.
The 3D printers. Now, this is what I've never seen one actually at work. And I walk in here and you've got, how many do you have right now?
We have 5 of the SDM, we have 4 of the liquid resin, and then 1 big, large-scale FDM.
Like, it's crazy. I had no idea this was here. You walk in and there's these things that are creating out of resin.
Yep. Yeah, it essentially, it uses a laser or projector to affix the pattern to the liquid resin, and then it pulls the piece that you're designing out of the pool of resin, and then we have to cure it using the UV light.
You cure it using, is that kind of like, when I went to the dentist before, they used to bond my teeth and they used that laser light to do the bonding?
Exactly the same thing.
It's the same thing. And so you can create, and the different sizes of pieces that you can create with the 3D printers range from what to what?
They range from the size of a dime or smaller. Yeah. Our largest printer, we can go almost 12 inches by 12 inches and about 15 inches high.
Like you could make a like a bust, a head, or like a stat.
And we have. And we have, yes.
And that's not all that you do here. I mean, that's just one small part of it. Tell me some more about what goes on in this incredible, beautiful space, so bright and full of light and on the waterfront. What else goes on in here?
So our laser cutters are another big thing. Basically, you can use those to either etch into or cut through material. So you can etch your own wine glasses or wine bottles. You can make wooden signs. You could create your own puzzles. You can etch into cork. You can do the iron-on transfers, make your own T-shirt designs.
Come on.
All kinds of things.
And Helen, also, I think you said, is there a new one that's in a box right now? Is it going to cut into aluminum too?
That one's actually a CNC. It's a whole different kind of machine.
You've learned a lot, haven't you?
I've learned a ton. The CNC is basically, the way I understand it, is like a computerized router. So what you could do by hand with a router, this thing does with absolute precision. And I'm sure it does more than that I have yet to learn.
Right. So who's teaching you all this stuff as you go?
Jerry Richard is one guy that we're working with on the CNC. Mike Saketa knows the CNC. And we also have a new member who is working with us, and hopefully we'll be teaching some courses in the woodworking shop.
Okay, so the woodworking, we're going to go to the woodworking shop later on, and we'll do an interview in there as well, because it's incredible. And you have a huge, what's it called?
The big laser cutter back there.
The big laser cutter. You can actually put like a 4-foot wide piece of wood in there, like a door even, and have it etched to whatever you want.
Yeah, it does 4 foot by 3 foot inside the machine, and then we can also open the machine and slide larger pieces through.
And is it all through the computer that these images go to these cutters?
Yeah, you hook it up through a laptop, but the software itself actually, these ones here, the software itself actually runs on the machine, so there's nothing to download. You open your browser, you input the IP address, and it pops up, and they're camera driven, the smaller ones, so you actually have an exact view of what you're doing. You can line everything up by sight.
And you have a glass one over here where you can actually watch it being made. You can watch the resin being...
The liquid resin 3D printer, yes.
Okay, we have to go to, this is 5 minutes already. It goes by so quickly. There's so much more I want to know, because we're talking about art classes in here. There's so much more going on at Maker North. We're going to go to a break and come back, and we're going to change locations to a different room, and we'll talk about the classes that you offer, and about memberships. What a great deal, and about how you put it, that it's changing the sort of industrial landscape of Sault Ste. Marie. In the woodworking shop now at Maker North, this building is quite expansive. You have classrooms down the hall here. What kinds of classes are you teaching here?
So that particular room that you were pointing to is where we do our youth-led drawing workshops right now. So we have a 12-year-old who is teaching anime drawing. She is amazingly skilled, so it's an all-ages class. We also teach photography in here. We teach laser cutting, we teach woodworking, and we've been teaching 3D printing, 3D design, and podcasting so far.
Podcasting?
Yes. Mike Saketa is an audio engineer, so he actually does podcasting professionally. So he's bringing his skills here for people who are interested in doing podcasts but don't necessarily have the confidence to start on their own. They will by the time they're done with Mike.
The other thing that you're doing here is you have, as far as I know, the only professional grade photography studio available for rent.
Yes, absolutely. So the backdrops are set up, they're always there. We've got black and white right now. We will be adding green for video. The professional grade lights are available. People do have to have a little bit of training on those first, and then once you've had that little bit of training, the lights are available with the triggers for your camera, and that studio becomes available with lighting for rent.
And that Allie Pearson is your resident photographer. She's a professional photographer, and so this is her studio that she's working out of this studio as well, but renting it out. Is that how that's sort of working?
Yep, absolutely. And it's Allie that does the training. Oh. And if anyone wants photography workshops or photography lessons, it's Allie that does those as well.
So, and then I love the fact that you have the youth coming in here to not only participate, but also lead.
Yes, absolutely. We have another young girl who wants to start doing some youth-led crochet. And another artist that wants to do some youth-led artwork. So I'm actively seeking out those kids.
And then another really cool thing is you have you do queer crafts.
Yes, the first Friday of every month from 6 until 9 at night. And basically the idea is an all-ages queer, trans, and allied group get together and just make things together.
You know, and that's just a great social outlet. I mean, not only to be creative, but just to hang out and have a conversation. And anything that actually brings the LGBTQ plus community together is a good thing, because we are kind of scattered in Sault Ste. Marie, and I think we could afford a little more cohesiveness as a community. So great to get together and just play, have fun, and share stories and share each other's time, right?
Absolutely. It's a positive, creative way of bringing the community together and doing the things that we love to do.
Well, Thursdays from?
Fridays. Oh. The first Friday of every month from 6 to 9 at night.
Allie, I'm going to call Helen. Okay. How do we get more information on the center itself? Do you have a website?
There is a website, makernorth.ca, that Allie actually made.
Okay.
And all of our events go up there. We also have a Facebook page that we use on a fairly regular basis as well. All of our events are on there.
And you're gearing up for Pride Fest?
Yes, absolutely. We'll be here for Loud and Proud. We'll be opening the door between us and the Bush Plane Museum, so you'll actually be able to go in through the Bush Plane or through this side and access Loud and Proud.
Helen, what's the date for Loud and Proud this year? Are you familiar with that?
July 22nd.
July 22nd at the Bush Plain, and then you can just wander on over and check out Maker North.
Absolutely. Yeah.
And now, as far as the sort of the industrial aspect of this, when Joe was talking to me, can you explain a little bit about what his vision was for creating that sort of new mentality for Sault Ste. Marie industrialists?
Sure. I think a lot of it goes back to the basic idea that Sault Ste. Marie can't stay a steel town solely, right? And we have a very strong entrepreneurial base in this city that a lot of people don't know about. So what we've done here is basically we're trying to act as an incubator for businesses, for entrepreneurs who have a product they want to develop. So if they've got something that's an idea in their head and they need assistance doing the computerized designs, making the prototypes, and getting it ready to a place where they could take it to a funder. A lot of folks get stuck because injection molding was the only way to really do your prototypes, and molding is expensive. So a lot of folks never got off the ground. But if you can 3D print your prototype, you can cut your costs exponentially. And you can actually get to a place where you have a product that somebody can hold. And then you can take that to a funder, right?
I feel like I'm on Shark Tank right now. It's very exciting. But you know what? And even if you're not a business person, let's say you gave the example of a gentleman who didn't have enough space in his garage or his home workshop to do, he wanted to make a workbench or something. And so he's coming in here. All the equipment is here. The space is here. He brings his stuff in through the loading bay, through his wood, his raw product, and then he can actually rent the space to do the work here.
Yeah, absolutely. That's basically how it works, right? If you're coming in with a small project, you can just show up and use the equipment. If you are coming in with a larger project and you need a little bit more space or a little bit more time, then you talk to us. We have a process in place to make sure that that's available. And we do our best to work with folks to make sure they have what they need.
And it's available both on a sort of an a la carte basis or membership. So if I were to come in here, it'd be how much to come in for a day?
$15 for an adult, $10 for a youth.
Okay, and then if I wanted to have a membership?
It would be $30 for a youth membership per month, or $40 for an adult per month.
And for that price, you're entitled to the entire facility. You have the run of the facility.
Absolutely. So we may limit some things based on safety. So under 16,
yes.
Under 16, you can't be in the woodworking shop without an adult. And there is some training required so that we make sure that you're safely using the machines. But we provide that for you when you walk through the door. It's not something you have to pre-book in advance. And
then you're also, all the programming that goes on here, all the lessons, all the classes and stuff. But you said some of those classes are as little as like a toonie or something to participate.
Yeah, so the anime club that we ran yesterday was $2 for members, $7 for non-members.
Really? Oh, so see, membership has its privileges.
Absolutely. We have member and non-member pricing on all of our workshops. We also have premium memberships, which get you further discounts and further perks, like the ability to book your 3D printer so that you know it'll be here, ready and waiting when you get here, rather than just coming in and hoping there's a machine available. So
okay, this whole thing is brilliant. I seriously, I'm blown away. I'm so excited for you, for all three of you. And how are things going? Are you happy with the way that it's progressing?
I am. We haven't done a grand opening event yet. We will be doing that in the not too distant future. We did a soft launch, really, basically wanting to grow it organically and work out the kinks before it got too busy, and we've had phenomenal success in doing that. So we are now ready to fly, and we're good. I'm excited.
Okay, so am I. So once again, just to get a hold of you, we can go to the website, which is
makernorth.ca.
Simple. Facebook page,
makernorth.ca. will bring you there too.
And 55 Church Street. Just come down. It's the other side of the Bush Plain Museum. And just, do you have regular hours here, Allie? I'm sorry, Helen.
You've become one human.
No, Helly Allen. What are your hours? Are there regular hours?
Yeah, 9 to 9 every day of the week. The only days we close are stat holidays.
Holy smokes! That's a lot of dedication.
It's an insane amount of dedication, but we're thoroughly enjoying it.
Oh, good for you. Okay, so Maker North, come down here, check it out, go to the website, or call Helen Scott or Mike
Saketta or Joseph Bertrand.
Joseph Bertrand. He's a great guy, eh?
Yes.
He's got a lot going on in that little brain of his.
He does. He does, and he's very excited about it. It's great to work with him.
Okay, well, I look forward to hearing more, and if you ever want to come back on the show and promote anything, let me know. All right. Fabulous. Okay, so we'll be back with more Mornings with Luann and Tim after this message, back live in the studio. Stay with us. Thanks, Helen.
The Government of Ontario established a $100 million affordability fund to help Ontarians who don't qualify for low-income conservation programs ease the burden of their electricity bill. Whether you rent or own your home, as long as you pay your electric bill, you could qualify. There are 3 levels of support available. The first is a home energy kit with upgrades like smart power bars and LED light bulbs. The second includes Energy Star appliances that help keep things cool during the hot summer months. The third is for electrically heated homes so that your power bills don't break the bank during those long Canadian winters. Plus, all upgrades including installation are completely free of charge. Visit affordabilityfund.org or call 1-855-494-FUND to find out if you qualify.
Thanks so much for watching, and we certainly appreciate the fact that KC Security has sponsored the show, the morning show with Luann and Tim, for a whole month. A whole month. Yeah.
The month is almost over this month.
I know, right?
Tomorrow's May 31st. I won't be here, but Luann will be here with Alex Parr and a couple of interviews that I pre-recorded. And they are so much fun. You're going to love the show tomorrow, and I'll be back on Monday.
Be very, very, very safe.
Thank you.
We'll see you on the show tomorrow.
Thank you.